Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. This is still morning time for me because it's just 11:32. So it's just morning to me. And plus, I just woke up. Okay. So it's still morning time to me. I'm trying to put my lotion on. Oh, today it is Thursday. No, Wednesday. Today is Wednesday. Right now, it's Thursday or Wednesday. Shoot. The 17th. Let me see it on my phone. I'll check in just a minute. If somebody know the date, put it in the chat. It's either Wednesday or Thursday. I don't know why I woke up this morning thinking, I even said it to my daughter and she didn't correct me, so I must be right. No, I think I'm wrong. Let me look. Today is Wednesday. It's Wednesday, guys. I'm so sorry about that. You know what? People make mistakes. I just woke up, so I don't know what day it is. Shoot. I just got up not too long ago. I've been up maybe an hour. I've been up for an hour now. You can see or hear that I just put my lotion on. Okay. You can still hear the creakiness in my voice because I just woke up. Yeah. Just trying to put the top back on this lotion. Get it over here out of the way because I don't need it on the other desk. See, I got two desks in my studio. One for my wall over there that I should be doing it from my wall because my wall is green grass with flowers, pink and lavender and purple flowers all over it, covered up. So I should be doing it over there today, but I'm not. But anyway, let's go ahead and get the house rules out of the way because we got a lot to talk about. And yes, we do. We got a lot to talk about today. All right. So welcome to the Pink House, everybody. Welcome to the Pink House. And while you're here, go ahead and hit that like button because hitting that like button, it helps YouTube to keep me in the algorithm. Okay. So hit that like button, guys. And YouTube will send my videos out to more people that like my content. All right. And then also by hitting that like button, go ahead and hit subscribe. If you have not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and do so, please. Thank you very much. Thank you. And then I am carrying this on my second channel, Pink Global. Pink Global. That's two words, all caps. Pink and then space global. Okay. So if you're a member or subscriber over to this channel, or if you hit the like over here, mostly over there and do the same thing for me, I will appreciate it. Let me just see. Let's see. Let me see who I got in here today. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and I thank you, N. Heifer, for being in here this morning. Thank you, Nate, for being in here also as well. Thank you all for being here. And let me go ahead and show you what we're talking about. We're talking about the apostle. What's his name? David E. Taylor. Not David Taylor, but you got to say David E. Taylor to make sure you got the right one. Okay? And then don't forget his side chick. The side chick woman. Let me put this one up here because that's her face right down there at the bottom of his big. How many? I think that mansion is like, I did write it down because I want to make sure I got it close. 28,000 square foot mansion. Yeah, man, you're doing it up big. Yes, you are. But it ain't yours. But you claim it to be yours, but it's not yours. Okay. Man at his big old age, trying to say that's his house. He's 53 years old, and then Michelle Brennan down there hovering around below him, around the little stand. She's 56. She got you about 3 years, man, but that's okay. You running the show, and she's your right-hand person, just like Elaine Maxwell was with Epstein, just like KK was with the Diddler. Okay, she's your right-hand person. She's your servant. Okay, but anyway, let's go ahead and get on with the matter at hand when we're talking about David Taylor, the kingdom of God. Yes, that's what he run. The kingdom of God. He operated. This man operated in so many states. I tell you. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it before we get started. Let's talk about it. You know, we're gonna start looking at some more of the interrogation videos. I know we watched the first one of them, all the way through. It wasn't that long. I think it was like 25 minutes or 20-some minutes. We watched that one. And I think there was 11 minutes or something, another short one we watched. I don't know if we ever get to number 3. That I don't know because I can't remember. And some of my people that was in the chat, they're not quite sure. Did we stop at number 3 or did we say we was going to get to number 3? But I lost count, so we're just gonna put a long interrogation, a long. We're just going to put a long deposition up. How about that? We're just going to put up a long one, and that'll cover a lot of the bases. Okay, but anyway, don't forget. He said, "Let me tell you one thing I heard last night." Okay. And let me just say this. Let me just say this before I get started. I want to say that. Let me see. Where did they have it at? Okay. Where did I put it? So I can make sure I say it right. I don't want to say it wrong. Don't want to say it wrong. Shoots, I'm going to say it wrong again because I can't find it right now. But I'm just going to say it in my way. All persons assumed to be innocent until approved in a court of law. That's the best way I can put it right now. Okay? That's the best way I got it right now. Let me just see one thing, because for some reason, hi, Miss Healing. Thank you for being here. I've stopped in to give you a like. I have to get back to class. Thank you, Miss Healing. And you enjoy your class. You enjoy. Thank you for being here. Let me ask you, Miss Healing, before you leave. Do you remember what video we stopped off on in the interrogation? The deposition? Was it, I know we did 1. Did we in 2? Did we go into 3 or did we stop at 2? If you know, just put it in there. And then have fun in class and happy Wednesday. Because I swear I cannot remember. But I'm going to put on a long interrogation anyway. So that's what we're going to do. Why is it not showing up? Let me see. I think we stopped at 2. Okay, we stopped at 2. Okay. Thank you. We're going to do the interrogation. So when you get out of class, we'll be here. I hope not. I don't know because I don't plan on going over the 2 hours. If I do, we'll know. Bye-bye, Miss Helen. Love you. Okay. She said we stopped at 2. Okay. So, but anyway, one thing he said that I heard last night. He said, everybody know he always say he's the Jesus is his best friend, you know. Let me put this man's picture up here. Okay. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Let me just put this man's picture up here. So if y'all don't know who he is, you're gonna know today. Okay. Let me see. I just put his mug shot up there. How about that? Yeah, that's his mug shot. And this is Michelle Brennan. This is his right hand woman. She's also one of the leaders, right? But she didn't say she had a right hand. She been sitting in Jesus' lap or God's lap. She never said that. If she did, I didn't hear her. She probably did, knowing their ego. You know, they're narcissists, you know, in my book. But anyway, here he is right there, guys. Slumped over. Got, I think that's the king written on his shirt. The king on his hoodie. This man swear he did say something about that. I'll let y'all hear that. He said he ain't no pastor. He ain't no preacher. He's a king. Yes, he did say that too. This man said the outlandish things. That's what happens when you got a big narcissist running around. I tell y'all, 2025, they all coming out. Okay. What did Cat Williams say? They all will be exposed. Yes, that's what's happening. He predicted that last year. Yeah. But anyway, I wrote this one down because he always said he the best friend of him and Jesus are best friends. Okay. He said, no. He said, just like he looking at you, he see him and Jesus as face to face, just like I see you and you see me, I see him. Yeah, just like you see your family. That's what he said. Right. They have face-to-face interaction. Okay. I ain't got nothing to do with him and his face-to-face. Okay. But do I believe it? No. Do I believe he's scammy? Yeah. Okay. But remember what I said in the beginning. Everybody is proven to be innocent until they're proven to be guilty in a court of law. It's something like that. I don't know because I'm not a lawyer. Okay. I'm a housewife. Okay. But anyway, this is what I heard last night, and I think this is going to be on the video. He said he sat in his father's lap, sat in God's lap. And he said, God is a person just like you and me. He said he was sick. He said he the only person he know that sat in God's lap. I got to eat a banana on that one and drink my juice from the Starbucks. And I don't even like Starbucks. Bought it for me 1 year. I don't know. But anyway, that's what I'm going to do. But yeah, that's what he said. That's what he said. Y'all got, I be watching. I be looking out my window watching. Watching for what? I don't know. Because in the neighborhood, this type of neighborhood, you don't ever see nobody walking around. Because ain't no way you can walk around in this neighborhood unless you got a car. But you ain't walking then. Okay? You riding around in your car. I need a paper towel. Is this one? No, that's not one. I need a paper towel to wrap this bad booger up. I got one. But anyway, this is my real life, so I can do this on my own channel because I'm just being real. Okay? So I can do this because this is my channel and I'm being real on my own channel. And I got my little butter knife here because I don't eat a banana. I don't bite into a banana. I cut it up in slices like, let me show you, like this. I cut it up in little pieces. I do all my fruit like that. Okay? So that's how I eat fruit. I don't care what it is. I don't pick my grapes up by my finger. I use a fork. I don't even eat watermelon like this. I use a knife and a fork to eat watermelon. Yes, I do. I even do my strawberries. No matter what, little berries, I do it all with a fork. I don't know why. I don't know where I got that from, but that's how I do it. Okay, so we're talking about David here. Yes, he said he sat in his father's lap, but he's broke. And he's right now, he's claiming to broke. You know him and Michelle Brennan, David E. Taylor and Michelle was arrested. Yes, they was. They was arrested. Both of them 50-some-year-old big old ages was arrested. David, yes, they was arrested by the feds. The feds arrested them in two different places. She got arrested in Florida. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. They big old ages. They was arrested in August, just not too long ago. Just what, a month ago? Just a few weeks ago? Yeah. Okay. And North Carolina, I think that's where he got arrested at. And she was in Florida. And it was a nationwide down. They did it all at the same time, just like they did the Dipper's house, his properties. They did them the same way. Okay, y'all ready to go in? We're going to go in at this time. We're going to go in at this time. Everybody synchronize your watches, your phones, your whatever you got. Synchronize them suckers. And the feds ain't got enough money to be having them big nice watches. So they probably use their phones. Okay? Because you know how they get paid. Who paid them? So they ain't got that much money. So synchronize. Oh, let's synchronize these phones. Phones should be synchronized because they from the cloud or whatever. But anyway, I ain't got nothing to do with that. But him and this Michelle woman here, she act as his personal servant. Yes, she is. And she be preaching the same thing he be preaching. Okay? But anyway, let me go ahead and get into it. David and Michelle, it was a crackdown on them because, do I need to pull it up and show it to y'all? Let me just, yes, that's what I'm going to do. Well, let me see, can I do it this way? I just do it this way. Oh, Lord, these people. Oh, I think he is in a different file. I have to look at it over on this side to make sure I get the right one because it's a lot of criminals around here. I be talking about a lot of criminals. Yes, I do. So when you're talking about a lot of criminals, you got to be right with all this stuff. You can't be half tipping with them because you want to get it right here. Right here. He was accused of all this stuff. And he said it's false, 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 false. Occult, false. Labor cult, false. He got these people working for long hours, forcing these people to work out long hours. And he said that's false. But then people say no, it's not. And he's misusing the ministry funds. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. He misused all those funds for his lavish lifestyle. And we're going to get into that because remember, I got all the docs and we went over all them docs. Yes, we did. So don't tell me we did. Okay. But anyway, documentation for the ones that didn't know. Okay. But also they did a nationwide crackdown on all his forced labor organizations. Yes, he did. Because this man be working from state to state to state. He's in Michigan. He's in Florida. He's in Texas. He's in Missouri. He's everywhere. Yes, he is. And probably more places than that. He's trying to hide. But anyway, we ain't gonna worry about that. Okay, a federal grand jury okay, in the Eastern District of Michigan, returned a 10-count indictment, 10-count indictment against two defendants. That was David E. Taylor and that was Michelle Brannon. Both of them in those big old ages of 50 something. 53 for him and 56 for her. Big old ages. Okay. Now, alleged they had roles in forcing people, a forced labor, money, scam going on. Money laundering, conspiracy, victimize individuals, those people that they had working for them for free. I don't mean they get a little something. They had these people working in them call centers for free. Okay. Now, and then he massed $50 million off the backs of all those people of the church coming to the church, the people that's working for free, and gave him everything that they got. When I say everything, them people didn't have a house or a pot to piss in no more because he took it. He had them to make false allegations, make false claims that they're homeless and have no money, no job, no nothing, so he can get their food stamp cards. Had them sign up for all kind of benefits, food stamp, and everything else. And then he takes the money. He takes the food stamp card so he can eat his. I don't have to say it because I got it. Let me see what kind of food did he eat. Let me find it. Oh Lord, let me just scan it right over to y'all so we can just look at it together. So I don't have to. Here it is, right here. We're going to get into it. Let me see. Oh, not that one. Not that one. I'm trying to get over to the one I need. Oh, no. That's going a little too far. Oh, that's the indictment. That was the indictment. But he had, that's count one. I just let it roll. Count one. That's the object of the conspiracy. Oh yeah, this is what I may want to hold on to. These are, well, it's just going to roll anyway. The EBT government, Taylor and Brannon used. Look at number 27. Taylor and Brannon used the EBT government funds to purchase food for the Koggc staff, in which most of that money was used in everything to buy his big lobster tails and big lobsters and crab legs and eat all his wonderful food. Yes, he did. But tell you what, exercise strict control of the victims' lives, their personal life. You see that at the top? Y'all see that? Number 26, Taylor and Brennan demanded that the victims apply for a government-funded electronic benefit transfer EBT card, claiming to be homeless, and give the card to Taylor and Brennan or to Koggc staff members who reported to Taylor and Brennan. Well, you know, they don't keep the card, them staff members. Oh no, because they work for free. They're his victims, okay? Number 27, see, Taylor and Brennan used the EBT government funds to purchase food for the Koggc staff. 28, the government money obtained and spent by Taylor and Brennan included funds from the supplemental, well, let's just say SNAP program. The SNAP program, formerly known as the food stamp program, okay? Which is a federal government provided nutrition benefit for low-income individuals and their families to help them purchase food. And he's a grown man. He don't look like he need no food stamp card. he must be eating well. Y'all got to see how big this man is. So he's eating from somebody. Somebody's giving this big man some food. So he don't look like he low income, right? But anyway, Taylor established working groups with Koggc, such as a Facebook team, a financial team, a call center team, a music team. Oh gosh, go out there and work for free team. Go out there and bring me your house, sell that house and bring me that money team. Sell that car because you ain't gonna need it because you can't go nowhere anyway, and bring that team, car money team to me. Okay. However, all the victims was expected to participate in the call center. I don't care who you are. You're a doctor, lawyer. I don't care. Are you under him and you in the cult? You're gonna give him. You can be a stay-at-home mom with 5 kids, but you're gonna work in this call center. Yes, call center in some capacity to assist in bringing in monetary donations. Monetary. Number 30, Taylor in a Facebook team, which sent mass messages to encourage the people to call the call center. Okay, I'm going to call you so y'all can get all my money. Hell no. Okay, 31, to encourage donations, Taylor and Brennan instructed the victims to falsely state that the donation funds would be spent on charitable work. You know they was lying. But we're going to finish with this a little later, okay? So I'm going to remove that because I want to go ahead and get into one of these videos. That was page 6. Let me bring that video up for y'all so we don't miss nothing. Let me show you this big mansion that this man had. Y'all see that? Yeah, he's going to talk about that mansion because they're going to ask him questions about it. They're going to ask him questions about all these different places. I got the Texas, the Michigan. Yeah. Jmmi. Yes. So let's go ahead and get started. But before we get started, let you listen to this short video. Y'all know I do my short video thing. Y'all know that. Before I start with anything, I'm going to do my short video. But this good thing is on something that we're talking about right now. And I hope you can hear.
What happened in Houston?
Exposing the church, David E. Taylor. This is part 4. So that means I got to get part 1, 2, and 3 for you. But
that's because this was yesterday?
Yesterday.
Here we go.
What happened in Houston? That's because this was yesterday?
Yesterday. Yeah. So there's an apostle named David E. Taylor. Loud, outgoing guy. He says that if you talk negatively against him, God's gonna kill you. He's that type of preacher. And he preys off the most vulnerable. He's raised $50 million in about the last decade. And because there's no accountability, he can do what he wants. Mm-hmm. His home in Tampa, Florida, his parsonage. So this is a home paid for by donors, $8.3 million, 28,000 square feet was raided by the FBI. He has about 28 million in real estate. So he's taking money from the most vulnerable who Christ is there to protect, technically. Mm-hmm. And he's inuring himself and just building his portfolio. He owns a Bentley, Rolls Royce, all in the name of Jesus. He's got people working for free at call centers till 4 a.m. And if they don't hit their donation quota that they have to raise, they have to get on their knees and beg him for forgiveness.
Are you serious?
Yeah, all in the name of Jesus.
Beg him for forgiveness?
Because he's anointed, Sean. And so the system, like I said, when you take the business in the true church and blend it, it's a disease. Because Christ's message is antithetical to legal systems. He was a counterculturalist. He didn't like, and here's what I love, because we're seeing this, we call it the death rattle in the show. We're seeing this happening in Washington right now. Church and state are colliding. So if Christ really wanted to transform the world through politics, he would have marched straight to Caesar and be like, I demand a meeting with Caesar. Mm-hmm. He could care less about Caesar. He said, I don't care about your politics and your games. You guys deal with that. I have to deal with the heart. And so we have to, so we have the ecclesia here this is to deal with the heart. And then we have the business. The business is not inherently bad, but you have to call it a business. And right now, no one calls it a business because it's been infected, and we call this the church. I'm going to church. You don't go to church. You, Sean, are the church. And then whatever that is, as it morphs and changes throughout the decades in history, sure, that's a place where we can meet and enjoy the donuts and coffee and listen to cool music. And that's not inherently bad. But that is a business, and oftentimes a multi-million-dollar business that's run with zero accountability. So you got to call a spade a spade.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's it, guys. Isn't that something? Something is wrong with that. That's all I got to say. Something is wrong with that. Well, let's go ahead and get on with the interrogation. Okay. We're getting ready to get on with this interrogation. Because this man only uses you if for benefit. You ain't got no money, that means you're going to steal. He didn't care whether you got money, because he's going to take that and every all your assets, he's going to take that anyway. But any money you got in your bank, he's going to take that anyway. He's going to take everything you got, because you don't need no money, because he's going to have you sleeping on the floors in the church or in the garage somewhere. He's going to have you sleeping somewhere in there. And then you can't even go out without permission. You're a grown person. Can't even go out. And then don't be no woman, because the females in the group, in the church, travel wherever. He tells, call up Michelle Brannon. I want this person to see me now. Okay? I doubt if he said it like that, though. But anyway, nevertheless, I'm trying to make a point here. They have to travel. This is where I said that trafficking is coming in at. Okay? That trafficking for his own pleasure. You get punished if you don't pleasure him the way he wanted to be pleasured, right? So that's where that plan B and that trafficking comes in. Because you got to remember, he got Florida, he got Texas, he's got Michigan, he got Missouri. From Houston, just say you got to go from Houston over to Florida. That woman got to go. Isn't that across state lines? Yeah. That's why I said that trafficking. And why, if she got to travel across to meet you, or from, and not just state line, just traveling, period, from here to there. You know what? Why do they have to take their plan B, contraceptive there? Why do they have to take that? Why do they have to take a plan B pill with them? They plan B with them. Because they got to be doing something. They're doing something. Okay? So that's why we're going to get into this. I tell y'all. Okay. We're getting ready to see. This is Apostle David Taylor. Okay? And Michelle Brannon. This is unedited. We ain't talking about no edit video. We talking about one that haven't been edited or anything. This is them. Okay? This is them in the flesh. Okay? And we getting ready to watch it. Y'all ready? Should I start it from the very beginning? Yeah, let me go ahead and so you can hear some preaching. Don't y'all want to hear some preaching first? Yeah, we're going to hear some of his preaching first before we get into this interrogation. We're going to hear some preaching. We ain't going to watch the whole thing. We're going to break it up.
Million. So the Lord told me, he says, I'm going to give you 400 million just to establish in St. Louis alone the $100 million, not the 100, but the 100,000 seat stadium. We will own this. You understand? We will build this from the ground and own it. And it will be on.
Guys, I'm trying. I am trying. Why is he lying in the verb? Can you not lie for the first 5 minutes? I want him to, for first 5 minutes, not to lie. Don't lie for the first 5 minutes. Give me 5 minutes to eat my banana and drink my lemon water here. Give me 5 minutes before you start the line. Give me 5 minutes. That's all I ask. 5 minutes. Here we go. And guys, make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure you all hit that like button coming in. Hit that like button coming in, please. Okay? Just go ahead and do that for me. And then if you have not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. All right? I would duly appreciate that. Okay, here we go, guys.
Off the expressway. He showed me all of this. He says the 400 million will include having a campus, a main campus on there, outdoor televisions, these massive screens that will stand 25 foot in the air high. CNN trucks going to be there. ABC, when Jehovah comes down, men are going to be falling off their bar stools in bars. People are going to be dropping their needles and their drugs on the highway, their drugs on the street. And in the streets, there'll be people who have no body parts. Body parts will just come back. Glory is going to explode. Power is going to exude all over this country in America and all over the world.
Not humble. They don't humble their mind. What it means to humble your mind. The Bible says, be not high-minded. In the 21st century, women have become very successful. Corporate America, so independent, but they're still lonely. Society have puffed women up. They have given them arrogance. They have caused this whole.
Wait now. Is he trying to be like, is he talking like, what's that? Umar Johnson, the man that calls himself a doctor, Dr. Umar Johnson. Is he trying to talk like that? Society and got us to be what? I digress. Okay. We're just going to let him say whatever you want. Women, we as females, we as women, we as ladies, even if you're not a lady. He's talking about us. Trying to. And I don't like it, but we're going to listen to it. And I'm not going to stop it for the next 10 minutes because I'm going to eat my banana here. I'm going to eat my banana and drink my lemon water. So for the next 10 minutes, 15 minutes, I'm not stopping it. I'm just going to have to bear the lies. Y'all going to have to help me to bear the lies, okay?
To start to transpire. So I know that sounds like a male chauvinist thing in the 21st century, but I did not say it. The Bible said it. Do that make sense?
No.
Amen.
No.
Women, for you to be a carpet muncher. No, you were not put in the mind of God. He didn't say, I'm going to make you to fulfill the loneliness of a woman and to be not a helpmate.
Wait now. Carpet muncher? I digress.
But a carpet muncher. You being a carpet muncher to another woman is not God's will. Amen. I know this.
I'm teaching my staff right now. You can't do ministry any kind of way. You can't just throw up anything because you own the goal or you're too busy or you feel like you're too tired. God don't accept that mess. This is serious. This is people's lives, life and death and souls that are involved. And things got to be done right the way he wants them to be done.
Where's the sound, guys? Come on, what's happening, Tony? Let's go. You're messing this up. Get it back to where it was. You're making it worse. Listen to me. The Bible. No, come on. I need the messages. What are you doing? Let's go. Joseph, come on the stage and tell me the miracles that's happening. Come on the stage, Joseph. What's happening? Softly, violin.
Yes, sir, Apostle. Some of the miracles that are.
Who else? I need y'all to get those testimonies. Y'all going too slow. I need people. Michelle, get somebody on this. They need to be on all of those things. There are so many miracles coming in. We need to hear right now, quickly.
Yes, sir. Rosalind. Some of the miracles that are.
Who else? I need y'all to get those testimonies. Y'all going too slow. I need people. Michelle, get somebody on this. They need to be on all of those things. There are so many miracles coming in. We need to hear those things. There are so many miracles coming in. We need to hear right now, quickly.
Yes, sir. Rosalind.
Y'all get those testimonies on the stage to Pastor Joseph. Y'all are not bringing them fast enough. We got to have them quickly.
Yes, sir. Tabitha and Melissa over at Zoom. Oh God, Melissa Ely. She said you called out a hip being healed, and the pain in her hip left tonight.
Yeah, I saw that. She said she has a metal rod, Joseph. Y'all are not telling the full story. She has a metal rod in her body. That's the one that I called out with the metal in their hip. The Lord just healed them. Give the Lord a shout of praise. That's power, people. Play that violin right now.
I'm not a cult. I don't run a cult. These papers, these media tabloids, these Christian posts, all of them, they are liars. Satan is attacking. He's trying to tell people this is a cult so he can put fear in them not to be a part and scare them away. He said all kind of foolishness. And please don't believe these liars out here. You got these people lying saying, oh, David Taylor is a human sex slave. What are you talking about? That's a bunch of jackleg lies. God is using me with the keys of the kingdom to set these girls free, and they're getting free. You know, they try to make it look like, oh, he don't respect women. That's a lie. I do honor women. First of all, any man that don't honor his mother do not honor women. I honor my mom. I love my mom. As y'all know, I've been in battle. I've been attacked constantly on Facebook, on all these platforms, which we're going to talk about that. But I'm going to show you how to overcome scandal. I'm going to show you how to overcome persecution, because you haven't seen me flinch one time. That's right. I don't bow down to no suckers. I don't bow down to no demons. Since 2015, I've been embattled by.
Who do he sound like? Don't Omar Johnson say stuff like that? He get mad at folks and start talking that crap. Oh, my Lord. I hear another one coming.
Just evil, wicked, seemingly religious, righteous people who get on Facebook. And as you know, the first attack came when I was being basically set up. It wasn't investigated by the FBI or the IRS like they try to make it seem. And y'all see all those videos they put out there of me on the deposition, and it looks like I'm in a courtroom, and I was not in a courtroom. It was a darn little office building, and it was a deposition in.
What he said, it was a dirty little office building. Nevertheless, whether it's an office building or whatever, you was being interrogated. You had a deposition. Yes, you did. Maybe it's not a 28,000 square foot house, but it's a building, and it's a room that they got you in, and you so uncomfortable in it. You got you somewhere where you don't want to be, and they got you so uncomfortable that you sweating bullets. Yeah. So y'all don't y'all believe what this? Don't y'all take this man? Okay. It was an office building, and it was a deposition. Okay. So I need to change the title. I said deposition / interrogation. Okay, so he said it was just a deposition. Okay, but that's what I called it last time. I didn't say interrogation last time. I was saying deposition the last 2 times I played your videos. Okay, and I didn't tell him you was in a big building. I just said I didn't say court. I just said this is your deposition. I think I did. I didn't say where you were. If I did, I'll correct it. I'll just say what he said. Office building. It was a deposition. I need to write that down so I can make sure I correct that in my thing. Oh, Lord, this man want to be so doggone picky over stuff. I'm getting ready to write it down, so I'll make sure I change that when I get through eating my banana. It was an office building. I'm gonna Okay, because I'm in. Okay, that's what I'm putting down. I'm putting down that it was a deposition. Okay, and let's see what else he said it was in. What now, David? David E.
Front of basically, basically, I was a third party witness. I was not being.
Oh, you was a third party witness. Okay. He said, I was a third party witness. Okay. Well, why did the feds come after you? You and Brennan. Okay. Why did they arrest you and Brennan? Okay. Did the third party, the other people get arrested besides you and Brennan? That's the only person that we heard got taken down was you and Brennan. But excuse me if I'm wrong.
Investigated, and the person who was behind this was very corrupt, which y'all have seen. A man who basically is a homosexual. There is an underlying attack.
Right now, behind it is a gay person, right? He called him HOMO. But you're trying to say the man is gay. I thought you don't let nobody in your they can't do that in your church, in your ministry. David, you said that. So what are you doing letting somebody, the kingpin, run you? And I thought you said you was the king. You was the king. You sat in God's lap, Jesus' lap, or whoever. I thought it was God's lap that you said when I listened last night. And he was just like you sitting in, and so, yeah. But you are all that old big 53-year-old man sitting in God's lap. Okay, but you and Jesus are best friends. So if you all this, why you got somebody over you? Now and then you say that person is gay that was over you. Is that what you're trying to say? Or are you trying to push this off on somebody else? I think so. I don't know. But you guys, I don't believe this man. I really don't. That's why I see the bull that he's crapping out. Okay? He's trying to deflect blame. So I got to make sure. He said he wasn't interrogated. It was a deposition. And that's what I said last 2 times. I played your depositions. And so, okay, I'll correct that. It was an interrogation. And it wasn't in a Big John police station or nothing. He said it was in an office building. Okay, what kind of office building? What was the name of that office building? Okay, and you was a third party. No, you won. Hi, Sharon. Nothing but a liar and a clown. Oh, Lord, thank you. You got that right, Sharon.
The church with homosexuals. That homosexual movement is attacking the church of God. It is a sin beyond other sins. There are multiple things in this country that must be set free. That spirit of booty banditness, that homosexual agenda in this country.
I said I wasn't going to say nothing. I did. I promised myself I wasn't going to say nothing. I promise you. But he said, got to be set free. The spirit of booty. Bandness. Oh my God. Did he say that? I'm not going to say that other word on my channel. But he's trying to say something. The people that are gay agenda. How you let, but he's supposed to be a king because he said he ain't no pastor. He ain't no low level pastor. He ain't no low level preacher. He's a king that's best friends with Jesus. He talks to Jesus all the time, face to face, just like he talking to anybody else. And then he said he sat in his father's lap, God's lap. So which is it? How they gonna take over something when you claiming to be the king? This man is trying to deflect and trying to blame this on other people. just because he don't like them. And he figured everybody in his congregation is the same because he had brainwashed them to not like gay people. See there, you trying to blame the gay. No, gays didn't do nothing to you. They didn't do nothing to you. You just trying to deflect and blame. You trying to blame a whole group of people that didn't do nothing to you. Okay? So you can stop that lie right there. I'm not going to fall for that. Because like I said, he's trying to deflect. This is called deflection. And he's trying to get off.
Country that's trying to take our kids and make them homosexuals.
They ain't trying to take our kids and make them nothing. They want kids just like you want kids. They want kids just like every other woman or man want kids. To love, to be a mother, to be a father. It doesn't matter whether they gay or not, because they love somebody that's the same as them. It doesn't matter. You trying to, I see what he's trying to do. Trying to turn y'all against him and make you think their life is wrong. If their life is wrong, what about your life? Don't y'all believe that stuff? Don't y'all believe it?
He paid off police. He paid off many people. He put these depositions out there, made me look bad. People, even to this very day, who see those depositions are still speaking evil, thinking that I lied or whatever.
You can lie and do whatever you want.
Sir, I'm not lying. That's a document you provided.
Watch it. He said, whatever you want, sir. I'm not lying. That's a document you provide. Oh my God. Oh my God. Do that look like him? That's him right there, right there. Right there. Yeah, that's one. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I showed some of these here. I showed 2 of these. Whatever you want, sir. I'm not lying. That's the document you provided. Okay.
Oh, your opinion is a lie, you know? So ask Michelle about what that purchase was instead of having another opinion that we need to go ask Michelle about. Opinion is a lie, you know? So you probably need to go ask Michelle about.
November the 12th, 2014.
We're on the record. The time now is 2:41 p.m. in the matter of Deborah Ann Fraser versus Ricky Allen Fraser, case number 2010-773215-DL. There's a videotape deposition of David E. Taylor being taken at 2055 Orchard Lake Road, Sylvan, Michigan. Today is November 12th, 2014. My name is Ed Boyd, legal videographer. Counsel, please introduce themselves to the record.
Colleen Renane appearing on behalf of Rick Fraser.
Jerry Cavalier on behalf of David E. Taylor.
Steve Jenkins appearing on behalf of Deborah Fraser.
Gregory Tuma on behalf of Rick Fraser. Please have the witness sworn.
Would you please raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Okay.
Yes.
Just for the record, Mr. Taylor, you also go by the name of the Apostle?
Yes.
Okay. I would like to start by going over the records pursuant to the subpoena that we received and to clarify that we have what we've asked for. Thank you. I would state for the record that we have acknowledged that due to the time constraints and that we just received some of the documents that were kind of later than we expected, that we're going to have to continue this deposition, and everyone's agreed on a date of January 9th, 2015 at 10 a.m. Is that correct, Mr. Cavalier, Mr. Jenkins?
Correct.
And Mr. Utuna, whether you're here or not. I have prepared an order, my secretary has, regarding the deposition and the continuing jurisdiction of the court, and I would just ask the attorneys to sign it. It's the same format as before. Mm-hmm. And Mr. Taylor, you've stated that you are not in Michigan in November and December.
No. No.
Is that correct?
Yes.
You have to speak a little louder.
Yes.
All right. So you're not in Michigan in November or December of 2014.
No.
That's correct?
Yes.
Okay. And so you're saying you're not available for the deposition to be continued in either November or December?
No.
I think the answer is supposed to be yes. Can we kind of?
Oh,
he's getting
you're
confused.
To be
saying,
clear, you have no availability in November or
Right,
December
exactly.
to continue this job.
no, I do
And
not.
the
That's
first,
what
and the first available date is January 9th, 2015.
Yes, right.
Okay, and that you're not going to be in Michigan November or December.
No, not that I'm scheduled to be.
Now, guys, let me just say something. The reason why I had to turn this up because he's talking so. Remember how voicey he was on his videos? Oh, he just is. But when he's in this deposition, he talks like this. No, no, no. He no, 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 no. Yeah, yeah. You can't hear him, basically. So the agents we can hear. We can't hear his butt because he trying to, man, speak up. Speak like the big man that you spoke. You the king, you said. You're a king. You're a, so speak up. But I had to turn it up. Y'all didn't know that I had to turn it up loud so we can hear his butt. Okay? Sorry about that.
Does that mean that you may possibly be?
No.
Well, object, anything's possible. His schedule
Well-
reflects that his first available date is January 9th, and that's what we
I'm
agreed to.
Yes.
focusing on being in Detroit or Redford or in Michigan during December and November, and you're saying you're not going to be.
Well, like I told you, one night with the king is
Right.
just one day and I'm out. So
That's
in
December 31st, and is that in Michigan?
Yes.
All right, I just want to go over the subpoena deuces take them so I can make sure that we have all the documents. And the first one is all records showing Mrs. Deborah Frazier's donations to Joshua Media Ministries International, JMMI, and or any of its affiliates in 2012, 13, and 14, including but not limited to bank statements, money market accounts, certificates of deposit, etc. And I would note that may I ask you to identify this and tell me if that's what you're saying is in satisfaction of number one under the subpoena deuces taken?
You're asking me to identify a JMMI document? I mean, that's,
You produced it to me in compliance with the subpoena. I'm just asking you to tell me if that's what you're suggesting is in compliance with number one under the subpoena.
okay, this is in partial compliance. In
Okay.
addition to this, the 990s reflect
Hold
any
on.
contributions for 2012 and 13. 14s are not available.
Hold,
In,
hold,
in
please,
addition, there's a ledger that was
please hold. I'm trying to pull the documents and have them identified. Do you have? All right, so in compliance with the first issue and our itemization on the subpoena deuces taken, we have the 990s. And I'm sorry, what did you say?
the internal summary. And would this reflect income deposits? And the ledger, that's 133 pages. I also provided a ledger to you on disk for your convenience.
The ledger starts in July of 2013.
Yeah, that's not.
2012.
We have the ledger starting in July of 2013, so we're missing a year and a half.
Should all be there.
Well, if it's not on the disk, I'll agree to provide it.
Can you tell by looking at what you have if it's there? By the dates?
This appears to begin July 1st, 2013 and conclude November of 14.
All right, so you agree that it would appear that we're missing July 2000, I'm sorry, we're missing 2012 and up until July 2013? June 30th, I'm sorry.
Yes, and if it's not on the disk, I'll be sure to provide those additional dates.
Okay, can I have you tell me, a date by which I can have that so it's in advance of the next deposition?
Within 30 days in advance of that deposition. This is ours.
It asks for bank statements, money market accounts, et cetera. In this one document that you provided to me, that what you referred to, I think, is the internal summary, just shows that Deborah Frazier gave 1.149, 1,149,770, but there are no bank statements that show into what account this went or where those funds were deposited. And we had asked for.
There are no specific bank statements that would indicate that that was a deposit coming from Deborah Frazier. Any deposit would be a all-encompassing deposit. So if there were 5 checks received on any given day,
All right, but you obviously can tell me which bank statement includes her. So
your witness is here to
Pardon me?
testify. Your
Well-
witness is here to testify.
right, I'm asking about the subpoenaed information. I'm not asking him questions. And also, some of them were wire transfers, so they would go directly into some bank account. And we've asked for the bank statements that reference these funds that were transferred.
Okay. My understanding from pastor's assistant that there's no bank statement that would identify specifically that the deposit was a deposit from Deborah Frazier.
I believe that his own documents will show wire transfers. Wire transfers.
Why don't you proceed with question and answer? And
No,
if that's
no.
the case,
No, that's
I'm
not.
not here to testify. If those documents
Sir, are
exist,
you giving me documents in satisfaction of the subpoena duces
I'm
tecum?
giving documents produced by JMMI in response to the subpoena duces tecum that are responsive to your requests.
So how is it that you've responded to this request if you provided me no bank statements when we know that there are wire transfers?
Because no bank statement, I'm told by another representative of JMMI, would reflect that it's a direct deposit from Deborah Frazier.
A wire deposit? Wire transfer? You don't think a bank statement would show a direct wire transfer?
Okay, I'm
From one
not here to
person?
testify. You can ask this witness questions. If you think there's more information available, then
All right, well, let me
you and
ask
I
it
can
this
discuss
way.
it off the record.
Let's ask it this way. Do you agree to provide any bank statements that would reference?
Ask the
Sir, I'm asking you.
deponent.
No, I'm asking you.
I'm not answering the question. You asked the witness.
Let me finish my question. Do you agree pursuant to the subpoena as his attorney to provide me with bank statements that would show any and all wire transfers from Deborah Frazier to Jmmi or David Taylor, the apostle?
If they exist, yes, but I don't know that they exist.
All right, I understand, but bank statements regarding wire transfers. And I understand that a deposit would be generic and not list on the bank statement who compiled that sum.
Council will look into wire transfers. I didn't make that specific inquiry because that
That's not what I'm asking.
wasn't
I've moved
specifically
on.
asked for.
I've moved on. I'm asking, I want bank statements that show whenever Mrs. Frazier's check was deposited, even if it was among other checks. But if you can point to this bank statement and say Mrs. Frazier's money was deposited on this day with or without other people, I want those bank statements. Do you have any objection to that?
If they exist, I'll provide them.
But you would acknowledge that if it was deposited, there'd be some statement, right? There'd be something that would show that.
Most likely.
Okay. Okay, number 2, all records showing how Mrs. Deborah Frazier's donations to Joshua Media Ministries International, JMMI, and or any of its affiliates were spent in 2012, 13, and 14, including but not limited to canceled checks, invoices, check registers, bank statements, etc. In compliance with that request, what is it you say you're submitting?
Okay, I am not going to proceed this way. You have a deponent. You ask him questions. He's produced these documents. He can
You
answer.
handed them to me.
He can answer.
So I just want you to tell.
JMMI handed them to me, and I handed them to you. We're
You
gonna
represent JMMI.
I
You are the
understand.
attorney of record, and I'm asking you, in satisfaction of the subpoena, what documents are you saying
Okay.
reference number 2?
ledger.
The ledger shows. Where's the ledger? You're saying that the ledger you gave me somehow shows how her donations were used? Is that what you're saying? Because you said that was in compliance with
I'm not
number 1.
testifying to anything. You have a witness here who can testify what the ledger will reflect, whether it will reflect income and outgo.
It's pretty standard procedure in the beginning of a deposition to go over with the documents in compliance with the subpoena duces tecum and to ask if you're submitting those in compliance with the various itemizations. That's
Yes.
all I'm asking. I'm not
Yes.
asking you to testify.
Yes.
So you're saying that the ledger in and of itself will show how money was spent that Mrs. Frazier gave to Pastor Taylor.
Is that a yes? The ledger will reflect.
No, because we get money from a lot of other sources. So her money wasn't necessarily used in that and what she's trying to refer to, so that I
Okay,
can't.
so this is
answer.
why you need to ask the
You need to
specific
ask-
questions of the deponent.
Yes.
Where's our? Sorry. All right, I will ask the apostle about that, because the document that I have shows it broken down to various ministries as to where it was going. So we've asked how it is and what shows that the funds were used pursuant to that designation. And I don't think the ledger shows any of that. So I don't think you've given me anything in satisfaction of itemization number 2. Number 3, any and all correspondence, communication to or from Joshua Media Ministries International, Jmmi, and or David E. Taylor with Mrs. Deborah Frazier in 2012, 13, and 14, including but not limited to emails, letters, solicitation requests, etc. I didn't see anything that referenced that.
I have none in my possession. You can ask the deponent.
So your position, they don't exist?
I don't have any in my possession. You can ask the deponent.
Board of Directors minutes for Joshua Media Ministries International, Jmmi, for 12, 13, and 14. That's item number 4. We didn't get anything in that regard.
I don't have any in my possession. You can ask the deponent about the existence of those records.
Number 5, application and any supporting documents for tax exempt status for Joshua Media Ministries, Jmmi.
What you've been provided is an IRS letter with an EIN indicating its tax exempt status.
We need his application. Application and any supporting documents.
Okay, you have the supporting documents.
I don't have an application.
I don't have the application either.
Does your client?
You
You can ask your client. Does he have it?
I'm just going to object to form.
Go ahead and object, but
Because
does he
the
have
proper-
it?
Under the court rules, the proper thing is to question the deponent. I haven't seen where attorneys can cross-examine, so I'm going to place that objection.
Go-
on the record.
that's
Under the
great.
Michigan court rules, I'm Michigan rules of evidence.
I am asking what you're submitting in compliance with the subpoena. Are you saying
Mr.
you don't
Romaine, I
have?
have given you a
Do you not
letter
have-
dated January, I'll answer the question, January 16th, 2013. That's what I have in my possession that is responsive to your request.
Right, you understand there's a court order that said he had to comply with the balance of the request in here. Okay, and you don't have that.
You can ask the deponent if any of the additional records exist.
Do you have the articles of incorporation?
You have been provided a copy of the bylaws and articles of Joshua Media Ministries International. It's a 3-page document.
We just have the bylaws, not the article.
The bylaws and articles are one and the same.
I don't.
You can question the deponent with regard to that document.
Yeah, this says bylaws of Joshua Media Ministries. It does not say,
Then it goes on to say Article 1,
that's
Article
not,
2, Article 3.
that's not articles of incorporation.
You can question the deponent with regard to this document.
I will leave that man alone and question this.
Number 7, financial statements, records of all income and expenses for JMMI Media Ministries for 12, 13, and 14.
We got a financial statement for 2014 and 2012, nothing for 2015.
We don't have 2013. Is that something you
That's what I was just thinking.
have with you? Or
I don't have it with me. I've given you
I'm
everything
just
that I
saying,
have
you've
with
given me a pack. Do you have it and I didn't manage?
He should know what he's giving her. He is just trying to make it difficult. I was just sitting here thinking, where's 2013? Why you skip over a whole year? He knows what he giving her. And instead of fooling with him, I just asked Apostle David E. Taylor, the king, God's best friend, sitting in his father's lap, which is God. I just asked him. Yeah. Because I know that attorney is for JMMI. So he gonna make it difficult. He ain't gonna answer. He know what he got in the package. Just say yes, you got it. You don't have that. I don't have it. Oh Lord. And he's looking like so demure. Look at him. That bit.
You got it. So you don't have it. The list of all assets and liabilities of JMMI.
You have what I have.
I don't know that, and I'm trying to make sure that what you think you gave me, you actually did. So do you think you gave me something called list of assets and liabilities?
She's just trying to verify, man. She's just trying to verify everything. Because if he's a liar, that means you got to be a liar because you work for him. He's lying through everything. That means you lying through everything because because you work for the David E. Taylor.
You have a balance sheet. It's 2 pages.
But not for 13, right?
It's as of November 11th, 2014.
But you don't.
It's the only balance sheet that we have.
You don't have anything for 2013.
I don't have anything other than the balance sheet that I provided to you.
All I'm trying to make sure
Ms. Romaine, I am
no,
not
do not interrupt me,
JMMI.
please. Do not interrupt me, please. All I'm trying to make sure that is in this pack of information that you think you handed me, that I actually got what you think, because I don't know. There's all these things, and if you perhaps have something that you didn't hand to me, it was a little mishmash on how this was happening. It was being emailed from your office.
Could I answer?
Sure. If you don't have 13, that's what you're saying?
What I'm telling you is I have one balance sheet as of November 11th, 2014, and I provided it to you. If you have questions further than that, you have a deponent here.
Federal tax returns for JMI Ministries for 1213.
Commissioner places an objection as to your client speaking in the deposition.
He's
The court
talking
rules,
to me.
well, the court rules, he's participating in the deposition on the record. The court rules do not allow they allow parties to attend. They do not allow parties to speak during a deposition. If he wants to sit and watch, he can sit and watch.
He can
But
talk to his lawyer.
It's not appropriate for the client
He
to be
can
talking.
speak to his lawyer anytime he wants, and that's what he's doing. He's not testifying. He's not sworn in. He's talking to me.
It's the
and that's
lawyer's
allowed.
job to do the deposition, not the client's.
He's not asking questions. Tax returns for 12 and 13. We have unsigned copies. Do you have any problem with providing signed copies?
Do they exist?
Sure.
Why do they think women that we are incompetent, that we don't know what we're doing as women? Most narcissists, men like him and other men like this fake Dr. Umar Johnson and the Dittler and the Martells of the world and stuff. I think women just dumb. We're just stupid. We just don't know anything. They can run rush shot, just run over us. And then we're gonna bow down. And we're gonna just shut up. No, we're not one of the ones drinking the Kool-Aid. Got to remember, if the attorney works from him, he probably drank some of that Kool-Aid anyway. So he's doing what he was told to do by David E. Taylor, which is his client. So that's all I got to say. I applaud her for standing her ground as a woman. I don't care what part of what is her job. She's standing her ground and not letting these men run roughshod over her.
I'm not sure.
Why don't we ask the deponent? To the extent that they exist, I'll provide you a copy of the signed tax returns. These are the tax returns, and you can ask the deponent these questions that were filed with the IRS.
And federal income tax returns for 12 and 13 for David E. Taylor. Oh, we don't have his tax returns
The
for 12 and
deponent
13.
is here to tell you of the existence of the preparation of his personal tax returns. You can ask the deponent those questions.
List any and all donors by name, address, and telephone number who have contributed more than $2,000 in 12, 13, and 14 to Joshua Media Ministries International, JMMI.
You've been provided a donor list.
Yep. Our list is for 5,000 and over, and the court order said it was
The
to be provided.
990s include the 5,000 and over.
Right. But the order said I was allowed to look at those for less than $5,000 also of the donor
Well,
list.
I'm looking at the donor list and it's $2,000 and over.
They aren't noted by year. Just,
So now you're objecting to the format of the
I
document.
have
that
not
you requested.
objected to anything. I'm just saying, do you have a document that says what year? Because we asked the question in increments of years.
I've provided what you've asked for.
And the W-2 for 2012 is missing. Do you believe you gave that to me, or is that accurate that I don't
No, I
know?
only received the 2013.
You're trying to look so innocent. He's trying to look so innocent.
Mr. Taylor, you heard us discuss the subpoena duces tecum and the items that were requested to be produced.
Just now? Yes.
Okay. And you understand there's a court order that indicates that you have to produce these items?
Yes.
Okay. For item number 2, where we're asking for, I'm sorry, let's go back to item number 1, where we're asking for bank statements. Would you agree that when somebody does a direct wire transfer from their account to another account, that there would be a bank statement that would reflect that for the receiving party?
Of course.
Okay.
Yes. Mhm.
And can you produce, consistent with the subpoena, the bank statements would show Deborah Frazier's wire transfers?
Yes, of course.
And do you want to tell me, is that still the 30-day?
Yeah, we'll produce them within 30 days prior to the January 9th date if the documents exist.
He's indicated they do. So you have bank statements that show wire transfers if they were given from Deborah Frazier's account?
Yes.
Okay. And I understand that on bank statements, it may not show only Deborah Frazier's deposit being made, but you obviously have bank statements that show various deposits that are made that would include Deborah Frazier's.
Yeah, well, yeah, if she wired it.
I'm not talking about wired ones.
Okay, yeah, she gave her check or
Right.
cash, all of that's recorded and it's all itemized. Yes.
All right, so
Individually.
you would be able to tell me in what deposit those checks went into?
Of course.
And you
yes,
could provide me the bank statements?
Of course. Yes. If that's appropriate. Yes.
Well, that's what's been requested
Okay.
in order.
That's fine. Yeah.
And all records showing how Mrs. Frazier's donations, this is item number 2, how they were spent, including cancel checks, invoices, etc. Now, when she makes donations, she has designated for what purpose. For example, Rosh Hashanah. What would Rosh Hashanah be?
It's a Jewish holiday that we as Christians observe, you know, on the Jewish calendar. It's a quite celebrated holiday in Christian community in some circles, large circles, but not everyone does it.
So when Mrs. Frazier made donations that were designated as Rosh Hashanah, my subpoena duces tecum asks for cancel checks, invoices, check registers, bank statements, etc., that would back up those donations being spent for that purpose.
Yeah, that Rosh Hashanah is not so much a statement for the purpose of the money being used. It's a holiday, and it's designating when she gave an offering, like everyone else.
So it didn't go for the purpose of Rosh Hashanah in any way?
Well, Rosh Hashanah is not, it's a holiday. It's a service called Rosh Hashanah. It's
Right.
no, like when I, you know, take up an offering for a specific thing, then, you know, like if I say we want to raise offering for an 18-wheeler truck, then, and I say we're going to use this money for that, then it goes directly to that. This
And he's serious about that 18-wheeler truck. I think I mentioned it briefly in one of my videos. He want, and I did like this, he want a big John 18-wheeler truck. He want the church to buy him an 18-wheeler truck. Have y'all ever heard a church, a ministry want, now he want an 18-wheeler truck? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I want to hear more about that 18-wheeler truck. I wish I had a picture of it. Who knows? I don't know.
is a service, such like a Sunday morning service or Easter service, and you don't purposeful when the people give donations, you don't say where it goes to the Easter egg. You know, do you understand what I'm saying? It's the Rosh Hashanah.
Now, let me just say this. He do cuss you out and go off on you if you just give him $500 when he asks for offerings. And then he said, I know everybody got $1,000 to give me. No, I think it was somebody he didn't want no $20 or $25. And then he said, I know y'all got $1,000. Everybody got it. So he wants $1,000 from everybody. Then at one video, I wrote this down. Let me see, do I have it somewhere? Where do I have it? He wanted $200 from 10 people. $200 from 10 people. And then he went up to another number. But he was telling he needs the $200 from 10 people right now. This man, I'm looking through this man is going to take every penny you got. Yeah, he does, though. That's,
The name of a Jewish holiday.
No, I'm aware of
what
that.
he's trying to do is confuse her. A narcissist is trying to say it so many different ways and so many different all these different ways that he's saying it. None of them is the truth. He's speaking lies, but he's trying to say it in so confusing way to confuse her. That's what he's trying to do. He ain't being clear about nothing. He can just say it. If you know how to get up on the stage and walk and talk and blow, and people just fall down and you just do this and they fall down and you can touch them and they start running across the stage out of their wheelchair. Oh no, you manipulate so easily. You know what you're doing.
Okay, great.
How long do you think Rosh Hashanah lasts? How many days?
10 days.
Now, one of her donations is listed as a money order. And would you have deposited that into the general fund?
Yeah, I'm sure it would go there.
All right, and you can produce a bank statement that would correlate with that deposit.
We have everything on record.
Okay. When she talks about a leadership conference in Taylor, what would that money be related to?
Well, there are different services that I held, and we have people who attend those services and they give in those services. So when you see leadership is designating the type of service we're having, did that make sense?
So you have a specific service called a leadership conference?
Yes, where I teach leaders.
And do people have to pay to go into that service?
No, everything is free. They donate freely in the offering.
Now, is there a reason you didn't bring the documentation that backs this up because you say it exists?
It's not a reason we didn't. I just think that maybe my office didn't quite understand everything that was asked for in detail, like you're asking. But it's no problem. We can provide that.
Right. When you say your office,
Yes.
where would that be?
I have an office here in Taylor, Michigan.
And what's that address?
2320. What is that? Superior Road.
What are the numbers?
I'm saying 320. 20320.
Wait a minute. Say it again.
20320.
Okay, 5 digits?
Yeah.
Okay, Superior
Road.
And that's Taylor?
Michigan.
Is this
Let me
designated
see
as
if I have that location. Let me see. There's some of the locations right there, right in front of us. Y'all see that? Yeah. Along with that big mega house of his. Y'all see that? Now, I do have those.
an office on the outside of the building?
I'm sorry, what are you saying?
When you look at this 20320.
Well, I remember that address when I was reading some of the the documents on that address.
Superior Road in Taylor.
Mhm.
What does the outside of the building look like? Does it say Jmmi?
And it's
What does it
strange
say?
how he didn't know the address. He had to think really, really hard. And I only just last month start reading the docs. And he built the thing and don't even know what the address is. And he go there. So shoot, I don't know, man. This seems like you trying to evade questions to me. I don't know. I do know, but I'm just trying to give you outside the building looks like, does it say JMI? Does it say, what does it say? Oh, he know. Let's put it up here and see what it says. That's the one in Michigan, JMMI. That's what it says.
Yeah, it says JMI.
JMMI? And do you take up the entire building
For what now?
for JMMI, for your office?
We don't have to use the entire building for office facilities. We just use part of it,
What's the rest of the building used for?
having services.
Is this the church in Taylor that you go to?
So this big building is his big building. That's his big building. The question is the whole building JMMI? And yes, in my opinion, it is.
I don't understand what you're asking. Can you rephrase?
Isn't there a
he
church
know.
that you give services out of in Taylor?
Oh yeah, on Sunday. But yeah,
Is that this same building?
we let them use the building on Sunday morning.
Okay, when you say we let them, who's we and who's them?
JMMI owns the building, and there's a church called Kingdom Family Church that they are just getting started. So
I don't see that. He said JMMI owns the building. I want to make sure. And then Kingdom Family Church, that they are just getting started. That's JMMI, right? That's the one in Michigan. That's the one in Texas, right? Let's look at something. Let me see, can I pull it up? Oh, Lord, this man. Tell you what, I'm going to let him be talking while I get this pulled up. Okay? I'm going to let him keep putting his foot in his mouth while I get this pulled up for y'all. Okay? How about that? Oh. Okay. Tell you what, you ain't got to do much talking because I'm getting ready to pull it up right now. Okay. Let me just pull him down for a little bit because I want to show you something. Remember what he just said, right? He said JMMI owns the building and Kingdom of God just getting started. He said they. He never said he's the leader or nothing, or that's his church or nothing, right? He never say anything is his. Okay? Here it is right here. Let's go down to paragraph 3. Boom, 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 boom. Okay? The indictment alleges that David, I'm just going to say Taylor. Okay? The indictment alleges that Taylor, which is David Taylor, the man in the black suit, okay, that's deflecting, okay, and talking with a low voice. And Michelle Brennan, it just got Brennan, but I'm going to put a whole name on it. Okay? Michelle Brennan. That means this woman here. Okay? Are the leaders of Kingdom of God Global Church, KOGGC, formerly Joshua Media Ministries International, JMMI. Taylor refers to himself as apostle and to Brennan as his executive director. Their organization, he's talking like he has no connection to none of it. Okay? Their organization ran a call center that solicited donations for KOGC, JMMI every day. Taylor, which is David, the man in the black suit, the man that's talking in a whisper, okay? His established his first call center in Taylor, Michigan, and then operated call centers in other locations in the United States, including in Florida, Texas, and Missouri. Okay. Let me show you something else. Oh, Lord, this man. Okay. Okay. Not that one. Oh, Lord, it's going too far. Okay. Oh, Lord, it's trying to move. Okay, here it is. Oh, I didn't pause it. Oh, Lord, y'all have to excuse me. Go here and pause it. Oh, Lord, did I not pause this thing? Okay, I just hold it. Okay, right here, down at the bottom was a not at the bottom, second paragraph. KOGC and JMMI receive millions of dollars in donation each year through its call center. Taylor and Brennan use much of the money to purchase luxury properties, luxury vehicles, and sporting equipment, such as boats, jet skis, ATVs. In total, Taylor received approximately $50 million in donation since 2014. Okay. Now, let me take that down. And let's get back to his. Oh, no, one more thing I want to show you all. Okay, let me just bring it up before. Okay. Okay. Y'all see that? That's the indictment. Taylor, he is the first defendant, and Michelle Brennan is the second defendant. That's David Taylor, should I say. Okay. Now, if you look down there, what's a general allegations? These are the charges, okay? At all times relevant to this indictment, one, Kingdom of God Global, KOGC, formerly known as Joshua Media Ministries International, JMMI, is an organization led by David E. Taylor. Two, Michelle Brennan is the executive director of KOGC. Three, Brennan assists Taylor in managing KOGC and carries out Taylor's orders. Y'all see that, right? Y'all see that, right? Right here, Taylor's order. Taylor calls himself, okay, we already did that. Okay, read that. Taylor established his first organized call center, and this is that street. I blocked that street out on purpose, okay? So Don't let this man fool y'all guys. This man know what he's talking about. This man know what he's doing. He's trying to pretend like, oh, I'm so innocent. I just don't know.
So they don't have a large overhead or nothing like that. We allow them to use the building on Sunday. Since I used
Let me just go back a little bit where he said, okay, past that. I don't know, somewhere up in it. I just stopped.
type of service we're having. Where if did that make sense?
So you have a specific service called a leadership conference,
Yes, where I teach leaders.
and do people have to pay to go into that service?
No, everything is free. They donate freely in the offering.
Now, is there a reason you didn't bring the documentation that backs this up because you say it exists?
It's not a reason we didn't. I just think that maybe my office didn't quite understand everything that was asked for in detail, like you're asking. But it's no problem. We can provide that.
Right? When you
His office, his people don't do nothing without his permission. They can't even go take a pee without his permission. They can't even go outside. They can't even go to a doctor because he don't allow them to go see a doctor, period. So they can't do nothing without his permission. They can't even take a break from working for free in the call center by them without permission from him or Michelle Brennan. So y'all know this man is lying. We went over that last time we did him. Okay.
when you say your office,
Yes.
where would that be?
I have an office here in Taylor, Michigan.
And what's that address?
2320. What is that? Superior Road.
What are the numbers?
I'm saying 20, I think 320. 20320.
Wait a minute. Say it again.
20320.
Okay, 5 digits?
Yeah.
Okay, Superior,
Road.
and that's Taylor.
Michigan.
Is this designated as an office on the outside of the building?
I'm sorry, what are you saying?
When you look at this 20320 Superior Road in Taylor, what does the outside of the building look like? Does it say JMMI? What does it say?
Yeah, it says Jmmi.
JMMI? And do you take up the entire building?
For what now?
For JMMI, for your office?
We don't have to use the entire building for office facilities. We just use part of it.
What's the rest of the building used for?
Having services.
Is this the church in Taylor that you go to?
I don't understand what you're asking. Can you rephrase?
Isn't there a church that you give services out of in Taylor?
Oh yeah, on Sunday. But yeah.
Is that this same building?
We let them use the building on Sunday morning.
Okay, when you say we let them, who's we and who's them?
JMMI owns the building, and there's a church called Kingdom Family Church that they are just getting started, so they don't have a large overhead or nothing like that. We allow them to use the building on Sunday, since I use the building more so for massive conferences and services, things like that.
When did JMMI purchase this building?
I think that was in maybe 2 years ago. Yeah, a little over 2 years ago.
Do they have a mortgage?
He would know whether they purchased the building 2 years ago or 3 years ago or a year ago. You know why? Because I bet you they celebrate the fact that they, the anniversary every time that they started the church in the building. So he knows. He's just trying to pretend, guys. And she just asked you, do they have a mortgage, right? Now he know what a mortgage is. Here we go. Watch how he answers this question.
No, it's paid off.
So do these Kingdom?
So the building is paid off. Look at the building, guys. The one in Michigan, JMMI. The building is paid off. Now, keep that. Because he'll switch and give her two, 3, 4 different stories. Again, when she asked that same question.
Was it Kingdom Family?
KFC, Kingdom Family Church.
Did they pay rent?
Not really, no.
Okay, let me place an objection on the record. I've given a lot of latitude so far in this very brief deposition, but the objection is to relevance.
Yeah.
I don't know how this possibly relates to
The
the
objection's
issues,
noted.
parenting time and or spousal support.
There's more to it than that.
Okay, you can go ahead and answer the question.
So when you say your office, are you referring exclusively to this 20320 Superior Road building?
Yes.
You do not have an office in any other city or state?
Yes, we do.
Okay, do you want to tell me about those?
And we're getting those more established. One in St. Louis, another in Budapest, Hungary, Europe, Korea, Arizona. So,
You have offices in those 4 places?
yes.
All right, may I have the address of the St. Louis office?
We used to use a P.O. box for that.
I want the actual street address.
Well, we are just getting things established there for us before we get a building. So I usually use my P.O. box as an address for that. So to say that we have just offices in a public building, like I usually use my Taylor residence for the professional address.
All right, so wait a second, the Taylor residence?
Taylor building, Taylor office facilities. Yeah.
Right, you used it as, you referred to it as a Taylor residence. Do you own a home?
No, I'm sorry. I mean Taylor building on Superior.
Okay,
It's in a corporate area, so it's a office building. It's not a residence. Sorry.
okay, but it's also used as a church by some people at least?
Yes, we allow churches to use.
Okay, so the office is, are you saying there is no physical place in St. Louis that your ministry operates out of?
No, I mean a building physically. I used to have one, but not now. I moved all of my physical,
We don't.
I want to say residence. What word should I use? I moved all my physical place here in Taylor.
So there's nothing in St. Louis anymore?
A P.O. box.
Well, that's not a
Well, our mail
destination.
go there. That's huge. It's massive. It's huge,
You're just trying to play so dumb.
So when you say that's huge and massive, are you referring to the amount of mail you get there?
Well, mail. I mean, corresponding with people is very important to us. So that's big to us.
But you don't have any place in St. Louis that you work out of or anybody else works out of?
We may work out of our little home or whatever with a computer. Or
What do you mean your little home? What does that mean?
well, I mean, like if I have a staff person until I.
Let me show you what type of home he lives in. That's just one of them. Okay? You don't live in little homes. Let me put it up again. You don't live in little homes. And what he said, little homes. Most people don't refer to their home as a little home. We walk out of our little home. They just say, I walk out of my home. Or I walk out of my house. Or they work from their home. Little homes. He's trying to say, all them people they got little homes. I know when it compared to yours. I understand you, David. E. Taylor, you're trying to say little homes. Okay. Let me see. Do I refer to my dogs? Well, they live inside the home. They have their own room. But I won't refer to that little room. Because their room ain't little. They got a big ass room. But little room. Little home. Little home. It just makes me laugh. He's so funny.
We raise enough money to buy another office facility in that area, then we do it out of my staff that is there. They do it out of the place they may live. So that's
They
why
do
I'm
it out,
saying,
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. Do it out of the place that,
their little office that they have in there, the place they stay in at this time.
you
So
mean
that's
somebody
why
could,
Why he keep calling things little office? Man, you don't do little nothing. You don't do nothing little. Do I need to bring up that other building? too. You don't do nothing little. That's the meaning to them. The meaning. He said first that they don't do nothing, that they just have a P.O. box there. Okay. Then he said, then she kept pressing him. Then he said little homes or their space. Or now he's saying a place that they got where they have their little. See, I told you
They'll
guys.
be working technically, in your opinion, out of their home?
Like you do out of yours, right?
No, no.
I mean, you have
I
a
have an
computer.
office.
Yeah, I know, but you have a computer.
But she said, nope, nope. She said, nope, nope. When he said, like you do out of yours, she said, nope, nope. I have an office. Check him, boo. Check him. See, he trying to make people seem small. The way he do all the people that worship him, he makes them seem small. All the people that work and earn millions for him, he make them seem small. That's what he's trying to do to her. Psychological brainwashing. He's trying to make her seem small. He's putting on that apostle role now. That cult-like behavior. He's putting on that brainwashing tactic. That's what he's trying to do to her right now. But it ain't even gonna work. Look. Hey, all of a sudden, he got glee when he said, your little home, your little, you work out of your home. No, she said, no. You see, he got alive. Look. Them crooked teeth started perking out.
The home, and you have an office. I have an office too. It's here. So what I'm saying, I travel, I'm mobile. I live in St. Louis, so there are things that have to be done there. So we take laptops. I'm sure you got a laptop, right? Yeah.
This isn't about me.
Yeah. But I'm just trying to.
Well, I'm trying to figure out.
Well, she said this is not about. He's trying to let her. It's like almost mirroring what he would do to somebody else. He's trying to make her mirror what I'm trying to say. Mirror me right now. So I can bring you down. He's trying to make it seem like what he does is small, so she can mirror. He's trying to get her to put herself into the shoes that he wants her to be in. That's a narcissistic trait. Well, he got the trait, but that's a tactic, should I say, a narcissist tactic that he's doing.
Yes.
Where was the building that you say you no longer have? What was that address?
That was in St. Louis on Patterson. I can't remember the address.
You don't know the address of the building that you own?
Yeah, it's been years ago.
You said it was just a couple of years ago.
No, I didn't say a couple. I said years ago.
How many years ago did you cease owning
One
this
thing about
building?
when somebody is interrogating you, they remember what you say. She does this for a living. This is her job. They have a memory. They remember what you say and how you say it. Then when you try to switch up, no, you said this. Oh, cut you.
I didn't own it. It was a rental property.
It was a rental property in St. Louis?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And what was the purpose of that property?
Office facilities.
And how big was it?
Objection to relevance.
Okay.
You can answer the question, but I'm going to place a standing objection on the
That's
record.
fine.
It was probably about 3,000 square feet, just for
pretty
office
big.
facilities. Yeah.
And you paid rent to somebody. Who did you pay it to?
I don't remember the guy's name who owned it.
Okay, but you don't have any physical facility that you operate out of
I
in
don't have
St.
a
Louis.
building there. My building, like I said, I moved my offices here.
No, I understand. But
Okay.
aside from an office, anything else, even
That's what
that.
I'm saying.
No,
We
let me
moved-
just finish so we're real clear what I'm asking.
Okay.
See, she getting him. First, he said no. They only have a P.O. box where they get massive amount of mail in correspondence, right? He said no, they don't work there. No. But then he said many years ago, and she said no. You said 2 years ago. But then also he said they don't work there. And then he said, oh, little homes, little houses. They work from their little homes or houses. Then he said, like you work from home. She said, no. I have an office. He said, well, I got an office. You got a laptop, right? And she said, this is not about me. You trying to bring me into this brainwashing. Think I'm going to drink your sweat here. No, I ain't drinking nothing. Man, We on you, not me. It's not about me.
Anything even other than an office.
I've shared with you that
Let me
they may
just
do
let me
it.
finish so you
Okay.
can understand.
She keeps lying. She keeps pulling. She have to pull it out of him. So get them straight.
I'm not talking about people that work out of their home.
Yes.
I'm talking about any other building or facility that you or your ministry works out of in St. Louis.
Yes. I have staff who work out of a home that
No, I understand that.
they
I'm asking
live in.
about something else.
I'm just saying I don't have what you're asking. I don't have a physical building there like that.
Well, say
It's
no.
up here in Taylor. This is where our professional offices are.
That don't make
Where's the
sense.
residential center that is on your asset and liability sheet?
Oh, it's in St. Louis,
Okay.
but that's not an office.
I'm not,
Yeah.
I asked a few times, it doesn't have to be an office, any facility, building, structure that you work out of, office or otherwise.
Okay.
So there is a residential center.
Oh, yes. Of course. You should have said that earlier.
Oh,
I didn't know
hell.
what
You should have answered her.
No, he's trying to deflect and trying to get her off that by trying to bring her into it. Guys, y'all got to see. Y'all got to see. Since we just stopped here, I'm going to leave it right. As a matter of fact, I should take a snapshot so I know where we left off, because the last time I couldn't tell you where we left off at. We're at 48:21 in the video. That's where we stopped at. I'm making a mark. What's today? 9/17, Wednesday. Okay, that's where we just stopped off at. Okay, so that way I know where we're gonna start. Okay, of his deposition. Let me put deposition because when because I got deposition / interrogation. He said, no, it wasn't an interrogation, it was a deposition. And he had problems deciphering what is a house, a building, or a facility. Okay, but we're gonna stop here, guys. Right here with the Mr. Man here. Okay, this is where we're gonna stop. And I'm gonna leave it right there. Matter of fact, I said I was gonna just take a little snapshot of it, so I won't forget. Because right there, I'll make sure I do that time. Okay, I did. So I don't have. I got it down, guys. Thank you all for being here. Let me just say, we're going to pick this back up. And I'm so glad everybody came in. Like I said on yesterday, in the past couple of lives, I've been trying to get back to it. But today I made it. Last night I said I was going to bring it to you. I brought it to you. Okay? But we still got to get on the Umar Johnson, because he's doing some devilish stuff, saying some devilish stuff. So we still got to get on to him. But thank you all for listening. Thank you all for being here. Make sure on your way out that y'all go ahead and hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you have not subscribed to the channel. Just go ahead and do that. I'm going to appreciate that. And y'all don't forget about that little video I dropped. If anybody give me the name of my favorite restaurant that I only go to once a year, you win $50. Okay. I said it is from September. It's going to end September the 30th at 12 a.m. midnight. Okay. I put down it was going to only be one winner, but instead that person guessed it within a few hours of knowing it was there. So because of that, they just said they listened to it when I be talking about my husband and I going out to eat all the time. And they just put it together. So, but anyway, go ahead, finish watching those videos. Make sure you put a like or emoji or something, say something so I know that you all are looking. And if somebody's on the right track, I'll let you know. Okay? All right. Thank you, guys. You all have oh, Lord, we're doing good time. You all have a wonderful day. and everything. And you all know how we do it. Bye-bye.
Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet. Damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to work.